Devil on Digital here, and as I promised before, you gotta make sure you look at the camera though, okay? Not all the time though. As I promised, I told you that I was gonna let my wife use a Pixel 6 for a whole entire week, and we're gonna sit here and talk about that. You looking at the camera?
I am looking at the camera.
Say hi.
Hi.
Tell them your name.
Raven.
Raven. She thinks she's from Teen Titans. But listen, I'm gonna go ahead and be upfront. She's back on the iPhone, okay? It was an experiment to get her to switch. You know, there's variations why she's not going to switch. And I'm going to let you know because she's not your average user, right? She's not even an average user. Like, she don't know nothing about phones. She know that Jane make a phone call and use Snapchat and some other things. That's all she knows. So her ability to understand things about a phone is just very limited. So this is her reasons, right? One, she didn't use the Pixel long enough. I should have did like a month or something like that. Maybe she would have crossed over. But she wasn't tied into like Apple's ecosystem at all whatsoever. That iMessage, FaceTime did not play a role of why she switched back. The reason why she wanted to go back is because the Pixel 6, she don't find it pretty. She think it's an ugly phone. You think it's ugly, right? She think it's an ugly phone. And then two, it was too goddamn big. She felt the phone was too big, so those are her reasons. Now, had she had a pretty Android phone, right? Probably maybe her favorite color. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
That's why your hair purple? Is that why
you know that's why my hair.
If she had a purple Android phone and it was much smaller to the size that she's comfortable with, she probably would have lasted way longer than that. But that was really her biggest reasons. But we're here to talk about her experience, so we're going to talk about, you know, I'm just going to ask her questions, and she's just going to go ahead and answer them as a average, below average user that don't know shit about anything. So, yeah. So, y'all ready?
Laying it on thick.
Thick? All right, so we're going to go. So, let's see. Well, the first question is, like, how did you feel about the messaging? Was iMessage a big issue for you?
No. Messaging was fine. Like, there's nothing different.
Nothing? Your life didn't change dramatically when you switched to green bubbles?
No, not at all. I didn't even know.
You have any friends were like, girl, what's going on with this Android? What's up with the green bubbles?
Actually, I had nobody comment about, I don't even know if it was green for them or not, but nobody said anything.
Y'all just talk regular, like nothing changed at all?
Nothing.
Well, she got some really good friends. Some really good friends. I like your friends. Okay. Did you have a problem with FaceTime? Was that an issue?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so FaceTime was an issue. Why was FaceTime an issue?
I didn't like the fact that I had to go out of a regular call and then we had to Google Meet. What's this called now?
Google Meet?
Yeah, it's a Google Meet.
Yeah.
It's not doing no more.
Wow, you just threw me off, and I'm the Android guy, right? Yeah, Google did change that.
Yeah, it's Google Meet.
Oh, God. See, I got confused as an Android guy. Google Meet. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, okay. Yes, okay, Google Meet.
So I didn't like that when we tried to we couldn't do a video call because I'm guessing because she's an iPhone.
Yes.
And
did Google just play some music? Hey Google, stop music.
Okay, stopping the music on bathroom.
They played the music in the bathroom. Did you say is somebody in our house?
That's what scared me
Should we
because
wear
I heard that's the song, you know it is. But I got scared because I was like,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So we had to use Meet. You can see that.
Okay.
With iPhone, we can it has that option while you're on the phone call to be like change it to a video. We had to hang up our phone call and call again. So I kind of did miss the quickness of.
Okay. So technically, because her friend was using an iPhone, they couldn't do what we can do with Android when we're in Google. I'm gonna say Dual. I should say Meet, right? When we do a Meet, when we're switched from a phone call to a video call, if you're using Android to Android. Of course, on iOS, you can do the same thing with FaceTime. You can switch from call to call, but because them two were on two separate devices, they couldn't do it. This is that communication thing I was talking about with Apple and stuff. Like, Google wants to like bridge a gap, and Apple's like, buy your mama iPhone. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
World peace.
Yeah, and we just want to talk, right? You just want to talk to your friend, right? That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do. Did you want to go back to your iPhone because of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. But if that wasn't a problem, you wouldn't have cared, right?
Yeah. don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, it sucks though, right? So, what about the phone size? It was a 6.4-inch phone that she was using. Tell us about how that just you just hated that experience so much.
That was that's my number one biggest issues. I hate big phones. Personally, I think it's because my hand size is small.
You want to show everybody your hands, how small they are? I put mine up too. See the gorilla hand? Come on, put your little teeny baby hands up. Your little baby. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, go ahead. Tell them about the size.
So I did not like that because I felt like I had to do everything like this, where my
two hands.
Yeah, two
Okay.
hands, everything. So I completely hate that. Like, I need a small phone.
You need a small phone.
I
Okay.
need a small phone, 100%.
So the thing is that iPhones are getting like so much bigger. What's going to happen?
Okay, and I'm not planning on switching my phone anytime soon.
Just gonna stick the baby. You want a baby iPhone like a SE? You want the SE? It's like 4 inches, I think.
Okay, I don't know what that looks like in my head, but the phone I have now, is a pretty good size, and I will continue with that phone. I don't care how many generation series iPhone do.
Don't listen. I'm gonna upgrade her every time. She
You-
ain't got no choice. She got no choice. I'm gonna upgrade.
Exactly. That's
You're
by
living.
force.
You're living with
That's
a tech
by
guy.
force,
That-
though. But if it was me by myself,
because you're below average, so you don't care, right?
yeah, as
Yeah,
long as it
yeah.
does the basic, like I can get on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
I can make calls and texts,
Mm-hmm. Timer.
timer.
Oh, Lord. Oh, and the watch. What about your watch experience? So I had to give her the Galaxy Watch right here, and I was using my Tick watch, and this is the only other watch in here. And of course, I have the big model, and okay, we got the. We don't want to show them. We're gonna show. She got the baby. Look at the baby wrist right here. So this band almost wrapped around her wrist twice. So she used this band. I was going to cut the band to make it fit her better because she uses her watch for what again at work?
So the timer and the clock is my biggest use, and then if I'm
Below average.
that's all I need it for is the timer and the clock. And if I'm trying to be sneaky on my work, I might even send a message like this, and that's it.
I told you, bro.
That's
That's what she used her Apple Watch for. Everybody else in the world raving about all this stuff they can do with it. She don't even know. Do you know that you can use your Apple Watch to unlock your phone?
Yes, I do know that. How to do that? Couldn't tell you. Don't care.
What? You know that? Oh wow, that's crazy. So was this watch like? How was the watch experience? Was it a bad experience of the watch, or was it just too big?
I think it was too big. I think another thing was that maybe you were explaining to me. So I have a Series 3, and I do know that. It's probably slower in reaction because it was super sensitive at my job.
Basically, the technology of the watches have gotten so much better, and you're just on an old model, basically.
Yeah, I kind of like the old model because my babies.
She likes that her Series 3 is not that responsive.
Yes, because when it comes to babies, they just tap everything. So at work, wearing the watch for those several days, it was like the most a set timer was set from nowhere.
And they was up there making a
They
track.
were definitely turning the wheel on it. It was like, oh wow, when did this happen? How did this change? Because it was like, more active, whatever you said.
Okay, so listen, switching over to like the Android OS, how was that experience? Did you miss iOS that much, or was it like almost similar? Your experience using Android OS?
The phone?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she's below average. Let me break this down.
Yeah.
So your phone runs an operating system called iOS.
I know that.
You got that?
I got
Okay, Android has an operating system called Android, and there's normally like a number behind it, like Android 11, 12, 13, and stuff like that. So you were running two different OSs. How do you feel about the difference between the two?
So different?
And no different? It felt the same to you using the phone?
Yeah. I mean, I was able to be on Instagram.
So you didn't really care about the different OS experience as long as you had the apps that you can use on a daily. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Did you feel a difference between the two apps? Like one phone did an app better?
Yes.
Okay. What
So Android or whatever phone I had.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have to set it that way on iOS or whatever. But when I would like to share a picture, I think I was trying to share a picture from a message to Instagram on my phone in particular, because it might be behind.
On your iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm behind or something, or if I'm not updated, or they just don't do it. It's like when you share a picture from a message to Instagram and you want to either post it, put it to your story, or make it a reel. That was an option to do on there.
On Android.
On the Android.
Okay.
That I actually quite like, because I don't post a lot, but I do a lot of stories.
Okay.
So a lot of the pictures that I want to put on Instagram is for stories. And
Gotcha.
on my iPhone, I don't have that option to do. Like I
You
have
to go
to
in the app and then do it.
like I have to download the picture from the message.
Okay.
Then go into the app, pray and hope that it like it's there, and then put it as my story. Whereas from the message
straight to the social, straight to it.
Yeah, I can pick if I want it to be a post. And I was like, oh yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I was like, oh yes.
So you did find a benefit on Android a little bit better than
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sharing on Android is better too personally, and it's nothing against Apple. I just know that normally when I share a photo or anything, I have like all the options of every app that can share it, and then on iOS it's like limited. They choose which ones we can share it to.
Because I think last time I tried to do it, it was like my only option was to post it as a picture, and I was like, dang, I just want this on the story.
Without jumping through the loops.
Right. So
I got you.
I think that one was definitely better.
Okay, so she did have an issue with one thing that she talked about. It was the customization on Android. She found it, she liked it, right? It's weird because she liked it, right? But then she also found it overwhelming. She was like, I like that Apple don't give me options. She was actually comfortable with not having the options. It was so funny because I'm gonna let you tell her story. I'm gonna let her explain her story because, Android has bedtime and Apple has bedtime, and Android has like way more customizations to the bedtime than Apple has. It's like, you're limited to what they have, and she had so many options. So tell them about that overwhelming experience.
It was overwhelming. I indeed hated that. That was a big thing. So I know a lot of people know like how bedtime works on Apple. Like it starts at a certain time. It puts your phone when your phone is locked. Or even if you tap it, it puts it on like dark. Like you can't really see your background. Everything is dark. It won't even show you. Like if you slide.
Basically, what she's trying to say is like, it's like the always on display. When you tap it, it's still dim, and that's what she likes. On the Android side, though you can do that, I tried to tell her that, but she didn't set it up that way. When she tap it, it brightens up. She didn't like the screen got
super
bright.
Yeah, it got super bright, and then on top of that, with Snapchat, I'm not sure if Instagram did it. On Do Not Disturb on iOS, not Do Not Disturb, but Sleep and Do Not Disturb, kind of same thing. When you open up your phone, when you actually do open up your phone, you still have that notification bubble over whatever app that had sent the message. Whereas on Android, which I'm pretty sure, I think you showed me how I could have done that, it's like when you open up your phone, you still don't see that message bubble. So you have to go into, and it was Snapchat that did it. I had to go into Snapchat physically and see that there's a message there that wasn't responded to, instead of just having that bubble. So I kind of like that more on iOS. I just think that giving me limited options because it felt like I had to do an extra step to get exactly what I wanted, and that's like my problem. I was like, I need this to stay dim even when I tap the screen just to see the time, because most times I wake up and I just want to see the time, and it being that it's dim, I can look at the time. All right, but with the Android, look at the time, my whole eyeballs is gone. Like the brightness is too much. I think it's just the extra step of being very detailed on what you want, what you particularly
So you
want.
feel like you was really overwhelmed with all the
because I had to be like, I had to know exactly, like, okay, let me go here, and I still want it dimmed, even when it's like this instead of brightness, and then let me go here to make sure that it,
Do you think that if you actually learned how to do these things, because the things that you're talking about, like I told you, I tried to help you, and she was like so fighting me. She was like, I don't want to know. I know. She just, like, I was trying to help her.
I didn't want to get used to it either.
You know, and this is part of the problem, the learning curve. She just didn't want me to teach her how to do those things that she was complaining about. And I kind of wanted her to figure stuff out on her own a little bit. But she just kind of like was fighting against me a lot. But she just kind of like used the phone like she used it. Matter of fact, she set her iPhone up and her Android phone up exactly the same. I'm like, baby, you can like show your whole wallpaper now. You can move these icons down here and away out the way now. And she's like, no, I want them right here. And she made the exact same folders and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, like she is so basic, bro. Like she had, but how did you like the lock screen? Did you like the lock screen on the Android or did you like it on iOS? How do you feel about that?
I think I would have liked the lock screen more with the Android because at a certain moment I was thinking that I did want to put Spotify on my lock screen and on my thing because it would have been easier access. I mean, when you play Spotify, it's on your lock screen, but if you're not playing it, then it's not. So with Android, it's still there. It's still there. I think that was the only thing I was debating about is putting that widget on my thing because I was like, I do use Spotify.
You do use Spotify
quite a lot. Yeah. So I was like thinking about it.
Can you get this? She's the iPhone person. She used Spotify. I'm the Android person, and I use Apple Music.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
It's so crazy because I used to use Apple Music religiously. Like I used to buy the music and everything. I lost all of that and never went back. I lost all that music that I had paid my $2.99 for.
And get this. I decided to move us from Spotify and put us on Apple Music, and she hated it. She was like, I need my Spotify back. And I was like, okay. And I was like, you're going to pay for it this time. She said, I don't care. I do it. So now, yeah, she's paying for Spotify.
I definitely
I'm still on Apple Music.
But
we on the duo, so I get the advantage though. So I'm still using it too. Thank you, babe. Thank you. So.
Yeah, I think that was like the only thing that I was thinking about. Like I was really considering to have you, obviously you, to put that widget on my last screen because I was like,
gotcha.
Instead of me going to search for Spotify, because I think Spotify was the only thing that didn't have a folder. It was in a folder.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you think that if you actually use the phone longer than a week, do you think that you could comfortably switch over without any issues?
I think.
Just granted, let's say this too. Granted, the phone is the color that you want and the size that you want.
Yeah.
Do you think that you can switch over?
Yeah. I think those were really it was just too big, and it wasn't pretty to me because you already know I am going to upgrade my iPhone, but only because that color green iPhone, that's what's selling me. That's what sells me. The colors of these iPhones and the cuteness is the things that sell me to upgrade.
The color.
It really is.
It's
okay. Not whack to
it's not. I like my phones for color too, but I mean, I
put a case on yours.
I do put a case on mine
because I'm planning on doing what Des did. I put a clear case.
That's
on my green iPhone.
Well, I got clear cases. I got one over there and over there.
Okay,
and
but I don't
stuff,
have the green iPhone right now.
Yeah.
I think my current iPhone is very ugly. So that's that. Take that as it may. It's
She's like, I don't like Apple's design. But
I do
just
not.
The color. So the color changes the design for you.
The color changes the way I like. It's just the color. Like because Apple makes.
iPhone 13 Pro. Okay, go ahead.
Apple makes good colors. I've seen them. I've seen that red was a very nice color.
Love red. I love
the green recently.
All the greens. Green's just I'm biased to green. Anything
anyway.
green. Anything green. Hold on. Check people out the shirt. Connected. Wait, where is it at? Connected to her, and hers is connected to him. You know, that's us right there. But it's in green. You notice the color? Yeah.
But I've seen even the purple. Even though I wasn't big sell on purple, the purple is still a cute color. If they would do that with all their iPhones, it's a higher. Like for me, that would be. I wouldn't have a problem because I just really like color.
Okay.
And
so would we have to find you a watch too if you had crossover to Android as well? You think that this was like this frame itself was too big, or would I have to just get smaller bands?
Can Android pair with any watch?
It cannot pair with an Apple Watch, unfortunately.
I will say I kind of like the square look.
You like the square look?
I actually like the square look.
You do?
I don't.
Oh, well, I mean, there's square watches in the Android market. They are ugly.
Let's see.
That watch is ugly.
I know you hate it. I know you hate it.
Look. I don't hate it.
You like watches that actually look like watches.
Yeah.
That's why I know that you don't like it.
Okay. It ain't got nothing to do
I'm
with
okay with the Fitbit look.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do. That's why I don't even have a Square fitness tracker now because I'm like, I
Yeah.
kind of want to look
Like
fancy.
a watch. Yeah,
you know?
I know you
I'm
want
about
a
to
watch
look
to look like a
fancy.
watch.
Yeah, people will be like, yo, that's a smartwatch. I'm like, yeah. You know, I like that. You don't like that?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that you go out here and get one of the Square watches choices because they're horrible. But you'll just probably have to like make that sacrifice with a round one if you switched over.
Cause like if I had a longer time with it, if it was the right size and it was a pretty color, I think I would be fine with it. It wouldn't be an issue because, like I said, my biggest issue was it was too big and it was not pretty, which are easy, fix things.
Did you find like in your usage was there any like bugs, any problems, any crashes? The camera not working or taking pictures. I know you didn't take a lot of pictures.
I did not take any pictures.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I'm not a picture. I don't even take, I don't take pictures.
She don't take pictures with her iPhone either. So
I do not take pictures.
it's understandable. So did
it's
you
so
find?
crazy because you're a photographer.
Yes, that's true. So did you find any issues or any bugs or that you was like, I hate this. This is frustrating. Besides like you not knowing all the functions per se.
Not really. I don't think if there was bugs. Wait, I think there was one, but it was like it wouldn't load or something. Like I pulled something up and it was just a black screen.
Okay, and did you have to turn the screen off and back on and it fixed it?
Yeah, like I closed out the app, turned it off, and then it came. I think you did it though. You had turned it off.
Oh, you talking about that time we was in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it came back, but that's the only thing.
That happens, and that happens on like all my devices. I have that happen on like my iPad when I'm on HBO Max. For some reason, HBO Max on my iPad is like the most stutteriest app ever. Like when I'm strolling, it like I'd be like trying to stroll and look at the movies, and it just be like. I'd be like, oh my god, but yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes because I remember.
Yeah. Other than that, no.
Plus, I told you was on a beta too.
Yeah, you just said that. I was like, not me testing it for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, there was no issues.
The phone calls was clear and stuff like that.
Phone calls are fine. Messages are fine. I don't really use emojis, so I'm gonna just say they're fine. I don't really use emojis in my typing. I was very upset because you wouldn't let me use Telegram to text you because I'm so used to using Telegram to text you.
Yeah. Okay.
And you wanted me to.
We use Telegram in this house together or whatever, and she's fine with that. I kind of was like enjoying like the RCS stuff for a little moment, so I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of this, and I was like, you text me now, and she was like, okay, and stuff, and she wanted to use Telegram.
Yeah, it was a stroke because Telegram. Like, I don't use emojis off
Glad
the
to
phone.
be back on Telegram now?
I am.
Yeah.
I don't use, what's crazy is I don't use emojis on, like, iOS or on the thing, but I use the emojis that's on
the
Telegram. So,
because you have better ones.
Yeah, it's all...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so...
Do you like the third-party app over iMessage? Would you choose that? If you can choose to have your friends be on iMessage or Telegram, what would you choose?
I say I would like my friends. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to sound weird. I think I like iMessage, but as for group chats, I think I would like those better for Telegram. Like, I would rather, if you're going to set up a group chat, set it up on Telegram, because with iOS, and I don't know if Android does that too, when somebody makes, which this is a problem I'm currently dealing with, when somebody makes a group chat, a huge group chat, say family, because that's what it is for me, my family group chat, it's like over 20 people. You know, most older folks have the cheap Android phone. You know, you got the young ones who have Apple or Android. My biggest issue is that when somebody texts and it threads off to a whole different chat, and I'm just like, what?
So you got different.
I have like literally every day
chats going on.
Yeah, every
that's
day,
not in that chat.
Yeah, every day I'm deleting like 2-3 chats because it don't thread off to like this single person text something and it just thread off, and it's still like.
So it'd be one group chat, then it'd be another group chat with them in it. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, it'll be like the main group chat that I have pinned, and then somebody will send a picture in there. Okay, cool, and then somebody who clearly has a iPhone would like the picture. you know how it tells you that somebody liked the picture because you got multiple devices in?
Yeah.
It'll thread off to that another group chat, the same group chat, but it'd be like, this person liked the picture. And then it'll text again and then it'll thread off again because somebody else did that. And I'm just like, every day I'm swiping those and deleting those.
Got you. And it's more controllable inside Telegram.
Because on Telegram, I feel like it's not going to thread off.
It doesn't.
Anybody can add people and anybody can take people off.
Yeah.
That's another plus. So I feel like I would love it if everybody who did a group chat in my family or in my friend groups, because I got friend groups too, that does it. If we could all get on Telegram and do group chats on Telegram, because I just hate the whole.
I get what you're saying, because on Telegram when somebody replies to a specific like message, it just shows up under that, and it shows that they replied to that, and it's still one full thread.
Yes.
And then on iOS, it's like there's you click into it, go and read, click into it. Yeah. I got you. It's a mess. I mean, I'm pretty sure Apple will fix it one day. We don't know. You have no hope for them? No. Okay. But
no.
But they may address that or whatever. But yeah, I do like third parties too myself personally. It's just the more functions and features that you have is what I like about it.
It's like everybody's on the same device.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, regular message, like just a message between
just
me
one-on-one.
That's fine. I like that because Apple got their little features where you can do different stuff. But
gotcha.
As far as group chats, I would love it if everybody just got on Telegram because I'm very upset about it.
Yeah. Have you tried to get them? I mean, I know you tried with your family. You said, and your older aunts is the ones that's tripping or something.
I've only tried with one group chat because it is my biggest one, which is my family one. Like I said, it's like 20 plus people, and I was told that the older folks would need help. So that means, and she was telling me that I need to go to the older folks and set up their Telegram for them. And the only reason I didn't do that is because, for one, I am not in contact with all of the older folks. I could only do my mom and my great aunt. Everybody else is like somebody.
Do you think, realistically, do you think it is that difficult to download an app and type in your phone number and get a code and type in that code? Do you think it's that difficult?
I do not think it's that difficult. However, I have been there where I'm setting up a phone, a cheap Android phone with my mother.
Well,
it's difficult.
I know that because my mom too. She's Android too, and whether it's an iPhone or not. Matter of fact, when we bought her an iPhone, she was mad at us. She was like, "I don't want this phone. What is this? I can't do this. No, give me this." We had to take that iPhone and take it back because she was already kind of used to Android.
Right.
So we had to take it back. She hated that experience so much. I think we took that phone back 3 days after her birthday. We was like, iPhones are simple. That's what we said because everybody say that, right? So I was like, let me get my mom an iPhone so she could leave me alone, right? We gave her an iPhone. We was all smiling like this, and she opened up. She was like, "I got a new phone." She's like, "I got an iPhone," and she was okay with it, right? So we thought like, okay, our mom got an iPhone. She's gonna be happy. Bruh, she kept calling me about all these issues, these problems, how to do this, how to do that, and then she was like, "I don't want this phone anymore. Can we take this back?"
Right.
So I had to put her back on Samsung, and I get that, but. My mom alone, she's considered to be one of the older folks. We told her about Telegram. She downloaded it, and she just needed to know the name. She downloaded it, and she said, "Well, what I gotta do?" I just said, "Follow the instructions," and it said, "Type in your phone number." She typed it in, blah blah, sent her a code, and then she did that, and she was in. And then she was like, "Well, how am I gonna talk to you?" I said, "Don't worry about that in, because now that you're in, it's gonna notify me that you're in,
right.
and then I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna just add you to the group instantly, because once they get the app installed, you just gotta add them to the group." And they don't have to do anything else on it.
I feel like it should be easy. I feel like explaining it to me sounds easy. Explaining it to my mom, I mean, I feel like I think she could get it. My great aunt, yes. However, I don't know. Some of my. All right. I just feel like the older folks that I don't know, I couldn't potentially text them and tell them to get it, because the person who set up the thing, set up the chat, basically wanted me to take it upon myself to convert everybody onto Telegram, and I was like, I only know 2 of them, and then,
that was it.
That was it. I was like, okay.
Well, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. This was her little experience. It was her little experience with the Pixel 6. You don't even know the name of it, do you?
It's the Pixel 6.
First of all, first, do you think that the Pixel or the iPhone take better pictures? I mean, you know that I use the Pixel and you see my pictures compared to what you have taken on your phone. Do you think that the Pixel take better pictures?
I'm going to say yes. Hear me out, though.
Okay, I hear you out.
I have never taken a regular picture on my iPhone. I have always been on like Instagram, and did like filters or Snapchat. You know me, I don't take pictures at all anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say yes because, and then that's biased because I think all your pictures look nice. Like when you come in here, when he has me come in here and do the whole, babe, what picture looks better and and you don't took it from on a Pixel, an iPhone. I'm over here in my mind. I'm like, they both look really good. So I'm just gonna pick one and hope for the best. Hope he be like, yeah, I felt that too. I'm like,
and you always end up picking which one?
Which one do I usually pick?
It normally be the Pixel.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't tell you until afterwards.
He doesn't tell me.
Like, that's the Pixel.
And I'm just like, wow, babe, they both look really great. Okay. I had you ask your friends because I was just like, babe.
Yeah.
I'm very biased. So I'm like, every picture you take looks nice to me. So
she is. She's not that helpful, but when I make her break it down, she end up always kind of like favoring the Pixel way more than the iPhone photos. I think it'd just be like the color tones of it. It'd be like too warm or something like that.
Yeah, like it'd just be like, oh, the color is just a little bit brighter on this one, so let me just pick this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and that brighter stuff too.
Yeah.
Totally forgot. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I was just wanted to do this little experiment with her. I won't be trying to convert her, but if a good Android phone come out that look good and she say she kind of like, oh, that phone's pretty, I might end up getting that thing for her and try to see if I can convert her.
iPhone 14.
Oh yeah, we're working on the iPhone 14, so that's gonna be her next her next baby, her green one, her next baby, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's gonna be big. She don't even know it though. Huh?
What do you mean it's gonna be big?
Green. It's gonna be green. I said it's gonna be green. I clearly just said it's gonna be green.
What do you mean it's gonna be big?
I said it's gonna be green, and she don't even know it. That's exactly what I just said. I swear I said that. We gotta tell them bye because they've been in here about 30 minutes. We gotta tell them bye. All right, see y'all later. Peace out.
Is it really gonna be big? Don't lie to me. It's gonna be small, right?